continuing my TIFF reviews, we're looking at Frankenstein, Guillermo del Toro's. I am Hispanic and I can't even say his name. I've never been able to say his name. But his new version of Frankenstein that's releasing by Netflix later this year. This is a film that tells a story we've seen a billion times, the story of Frankenstein, and I kind of wish it had more of that Del Toro flair in setting this apart from other movies. But I still thought it was alright. This is a film where they have some great performances. I really liked Oscar Isaac's performance. I liked the Mia Goth role, and I liked the Jacob Elordi role for Frankenstein's monster. That was cool. But yeah, I almost feel like this was restrained in many ways, where I've seen Del Toro's films go hard in just the creepiness and disturbing nature, but this almost felt held back. And I also felt like the use of practical effects were kind of weak in here. I love practical effects, and I know some practical effects don't blend in as well as others, but there were a couple practical effects here where I'm like, that felt like a Spirit of Halloween decoration. And the CG was really bad at points. There are moments of CG blood that I'm just like, whew, that did not blend in well. And even some, like, I guess, what is it called? Sets that had obvious, like, fill-ins of CGI that just looked really fake. I wanted this to feel a little bit more authentic in its presentation. And I was also kind of bored for the first act of this movie. However, it slowly started to win me over as we get into more of Oscar Isaac's Frankenstein story. Because it starts out and it's like a young Frankenstein and not the Mel Brooks kind, but like this child actor, and it's just like, I'm not really interested in any of the characters here, and it also feels very tropey. But there's also this framing device that feels like a Hollywood action movie that they're trying to go for, like a Hollywood horror action, which does have the characters as adults. And I'm like, okay, these two aren't working. But as it grew a little bit more focused of Frankenstein's adult life with Oscar Isaac and the chemistry he had with Mia Goth, which was there, I liked seeing that. And I actually liked the second half of this film and the character it focuses on, which I didn't really expect. And there were some emotionally effective moments in that second part where I was like, oh wow, that actually ended up working. Yeah, I don't have too much else to say here. The score, I thought, was pretty decent in its grandiose nature. I really liked the main theme, but the main theme also reminded me of, like, I guess it's technically like the love song from Exotica, which is one of my favorite movies of all time. And I feel not enough people have seen, so go watch Exotica. And I kind of wish it was a little bit more distinct than that track, even though I love that track. So I was kind of like, okay, I'm getting those Exotica vibes, and I'm pretty down for it, because it does sound pretty cool. So yeah, with all things considered, I would rate this a 6. It does feel closer to a 5 than a 7, if I had to be honest, and I was a little bit let down by this. I feel it's too long. I wish they would have cut that, like, young Frankenstein segment and just got straight into the juicy parts. I mean, it's like almost 2 hours and 30 minutes, and I'm like, there's no reason this should be 2 hours and 30 minutes. And I also wish it was just a more distinct experience to what works for Del Toro movies. So sorry, GDT, but like I said, it's still a pretty decent movie. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and check me out on Letterboxd. I have a TIFF ranked list, and I'm going to probably do a TIFF ranked video, but look at that list and let me know which one you want to see a video review next. I'll see you later. Peace out. Bye.